What's up, y'all? You see it? You see the blade blade? Y'all know what this is? These are turnover chains. Yep, that's what this video is about. I'm gonna show you guys how I made these. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with turnover chains. The first I heard of it was, I believe it was University of Miami. I could be wrong, but that definitely was a university. It was either Florida State or it was a University of Miami. And I've seen like the defensive players, whenever they would get a turnover, they would pass these chains back and forth between each other, and hence the name turnover chain. But I've been seeing these a lot on social media for like fantasy leagues. They'll do like champions, and then I also see companies that they make these, like they get the official licensed products where they can do like the logos of the teams, and they make these, and they make them exactly like this. It's just acrylic. It's just 1/8 inch acrylic and mirrored acrylic. So this is a silver mirror acrylic and then a gold mirror acrylic. So, and the chain right here is just a cosmetic chain. You can get these on Amazon, but this is a silver one. And of course I had to do a mall face. I had to do something mall, so Molly D. And I'm a Saints fan, so I did one that's called Who Dat Nation. It's just a fleur-de-lis with Who Dat Nation on there, and this is in gold. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did this. Pretty simple. Nothing crazy. It's just, I think it's just gonna be, the supplies I used was obviously the chains, 1/8 inch acrylic silver, 1/8 inch acrylic gold, and 1/8 inch acrylic black. And I also use carabiners to, to attach them to the chains. And then to apply the black acrylic to the silver and mirrored acrylic, I use 3M permanent mounting tape. That's it. So let's do next step. I'm gonna take you guys over to the PC and show you guys a quick overview of the design and how I prepared it for the laser machine. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's do a quick design overview. So as you can see here, I got the Who Dat Nation. I have the Who Dat Nation turnover chain design, and I have the Mall Face logo turnover chain design. You can check out the live stream that I have on my channel if you want to see kind of how I designed it. I just have one more step I got to do for this. I just got to put the actual loop in here for the carabiner clip that I'm going to use. So let's get to that part. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to, this oval right here is going to be what I have to cut into the design work. So I think I'm going to just do it like right here. Copy this, select this, shift, select both of these. And I'm going to go to my Pathfinder and just do a divide there. Go back in there, delete all that out. So now I have that part, and I'm going to switch that, turn that blue to my cut layer. That's the way I'm gonna go about doing it. So just like that, I'm gonna go ahead and combine these two together, minus front, and there we go. So now this piece is ready. Drop that in like so. And I think that's ready for the chain. The next step is gonna be, I gotta get the Mall Face logo. Do that. Let me select that, the oval, the knockout. I think I'm gonna select both of these. Move those over. I'll just delete that out the way. And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and minus the front, minus the back. Where's minus back? Minus front, minus back. There we go. And then this one, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse that. I'm gonna go ahead and unite this one or divide that. Now, line that bad boy up, and it's ready to send off to the laser machine. So yeah, that's it really. Like, so now the design is done, and then I'm just gonna save these off as SVGs and send them off to Lightburn. Let's do it. I'm just gonna save both of them like so. Go to edit, file, export selection, and I'm gonna go to asset. I'm gonna go turnover chains, just turnover. And SVG is my design files, turnover. And then I'm gonna go ahead and export asset. I would like to make sure I know what the sizes is. Okay, that was 6 inches high and 7 inches long. All right, y'all. So that's that. That part is done. So next step was gonna head over to Lightburn. All right, guys. So I have Lightburn opened up. So let's go ahead and import the SVG. We're gonna go File, Import, Turnover SVG, and then let's test and see. Sorry, let me ungroup this and test and see, because remember it was 6 inches tall and 7.5 inches wide, and see it's already 4.5 inches. See, that's, I don't care for that. Like, I think I can always just do this. Let me see, 6 inches high. This is why I normally save it the way I normally save it. And that's 7.5, was it 7.5? That was 7.5. So technically I could just do that and be done with it, but this is how I like to save it. I normally don't save it as a SVG. I normally just save it as an Adobe Illustrator file and just import that whole Adobe Illustrator file directly into Lightburn. And it comes over pretty much exactly how I designed it. And I'm gonna show you that real fast. So let's jump back over to Adobe Illustrator. And this is why I have my files laid out like cut layers here. So let's go ahead and copy this artwork here. And then we're gonna jump into the cut layer. We're gonna paste that. And then I'm gonna just go to File, like save a copy, or just save as, and save on your computer. I like to keep it in my Adobe Illustrator files, and I go turnover chain, and I just add cut to it, right? Not cat, cut. And then I'll save it just like that. And now I'll go back to Lightburn. Let's just move this to the side here. Then I can go File, Import, and Turnover Cut. And I could just import the whole Adobe file in there. And you see it's gonna come in. You see the difference when I brought it in as an SVG versus bringing it in directly as an Adobe Illustrator file. It just came in, it's a lot different here. Like now when I click on this, it's, it's separated. It's, it's like I can continue to work and modify this artwork in Lightburn. Now I know that might be better ways you can do it with the SVG, but for me, my workflow, I'd rather just save the Adobe Illustrator file and just import it directly into Lightburn. It's compatible, so why not? And you can see it's already the size that I saved it. And because sometimes I need stuff to be exactly how I designed it. And then when you bring it in, I just don't like that the sizes change. Like that just bothers me for some reason. So this is how I like to do it. So if you guys prefer SVG, I showed you guys how to save it as SVG, but again, you can always just resize it to the correct size and it should be fine, right? It should be exactly if you just resize it. But for me, I don't like to do that because sometimes I bring it into Lightburn and I just want to cut. Like I don't want to have to redo all that. I just know if I do it this way, it's going to be exactly how I designed it and it's going to come in exact size. But that's just me, guys. So, I mean, do it how you want to do it. But the next step is going to be, we got to cut these out. So like this layer is going to be cut out in the silver mirrored acrylic. This one is going to be cut out in the gold mirrored acrylic. And these pieces here is technically set for etching, but it needs to be cut out. Let me get rid of that. I don't need that. It's set for etching, but it needs to be cut out. So I got to change this outline to blue. But yeah, this is ready to cut. This is ready to cut. And this, let me change this to blue. And this is ready to cut. Let's just do a quick preview. Like I know for sure I'm going to lose these small pieces. So we'll see. I'm going to try to see if I can save them. If not, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. But yep, that's it, guys. And then now the next step is to send this over to the Making Box of Madness and let it do its thing. All right, y'all, so as you saw, we just went ahead and machined the pieces out. So I'm gonna have the silver mirrored acrylic base and the gold mirrored acrylic base for the Who Dat Nation. So let's go ahead and first, I think what I'm gonna do is clean off, gotta peel off the masking that we put on here. So I'm using 1/8 inch acrylic for both of the pieces. Hopefully everything cut out right. Sometimes this mirrored acrylic is a little weird. Sometimes it might crack sometimes. I'm not sure if it's too hot or what caused it to crack. Maybe it's but yeah, that's the actual acrylic piece, mirrored part. And this right here, when I cut this out, I cut it out like a frame. So the whole idea is, like I said, I have the 3M tape on the back. So the whole idea is to take this out and size it up to the mirrored acrylic and just, undo each piece one by one and just use this as a guide to glue it down. So I think it's like really important to kind of have the frame that you cut out for this. It makes life a lot easier when it comes to assembly. Otherwise, you're gonna try to, line this up without a guide, and yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. This is the part that can get like tedious, right? When you have little pieces you're trying to put together here. If you like puzzles, this is for you. Cause I'm gonna try to focus on getting these pieces out without breaking anything. It's a little sensitive right here, a little fragile pieces right here. We got to make sure I can get out of here. There we go. I just need to be able to line this up accordingly. Just line it up like so. I don't have any tape on me, but I would have probably put some tape on it just so to just ensure that it doesn't move. But just want to make sure you line it up. Yeah, wanted to get some tape just because I don't want it to move too much. I'm gonna tape up. All right, so first order of business is I'm going to just knock out all these little pieces. I'll figure that out later. But I want to get this piece and set it in right here. But yeah, so that's why it's important to kind of have a little frame. This makes life a lot easier. So what I'm gonna do is just start undoing, just taking off the little protecting back. This is permanent. Once it's stick, it's it. I mean, it's not coming up. This is the 3M 468 MP. And gotta be careful. Make sure I line everything up accordingly. All right, make sure I press that down while I have the opportunity. So now I have that in. So let's just start playing puzzles. Let's get the ON in there. Try to get the fragile pieces in early. You see how easy it is once you have this frame, man? That just makes life a hell of a lot easier, man. I think I tried to do this before without one of the frames, and it was just like, what was I thinking? All right, You just repeat this until you're done. This is why I have the tweezers. It helps with the smaller pieces. It's a fun little puzzle game, man, if you like doing puzzles. Now let's knock this H out, then we can take the tape off. All right, what's next? Let me see if I have about these smaller pieces. That is part of the O. Go ahead and get that in there. Just make sure it's a nice fit. And this is the other part of the O. Small pieces, man. That's the thing. You got to make sure part of this project is just managing the pieces. That's why I like to try to keep it all together. I didn't do this when I actually did the machining, but usually I'll just put a piece of tape across it all just to kind of hold it all together as you transport it so you don't lose anything. All right, so let's go ahead and remove that and let's place the T. All right, let's go ahead and do the W. And I believe that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull this frame off. We might have to break it if it doesn't come off all the way. But you might be able to like keep that and make something else, like another. I might be able to reuse that, so we'll see. I'll keep all the pieces here. I might be able to make something else out of it. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a reverse one. There you have it, guys. Let's go ahead and peel off the. That's it, guys. I don't know if you can really get a good picture from the top down, but just clean that up and you're done. Next step, like the cool thing is that gold chain kind of matches it. But like I said, I like to use the carabiner clips here and do something like so. And you're done. Pretty easy and straightforward, guys. Next up will be the maul face chain. So we'll put that to the side right there and we'll jump on the maul face.